All right. All right. Happy Wednesday. Hey, everybody. I am excited to be here with y'all today. I wanted to get on here, especially since it's the beginning of the month, and really talk about resilience because I've had to experience a lot of that and kind of work through all that. So, with it being the beginning of the month, that's what I wanted to dive into. Because I know, like, if you in the month before and you're like, okay, I was not where I wanted to be in my business. Okay. Like that did not happen. How do you get up on the first of the month and say, I'm going to treat today just like it was the end of the month? I'm going to go into October and say, hey, whatever comes my way, like I'm going to remain steadfast towards my goal this month, the same as I did last month. Okay. So one thing that I really had to work on that for myself because I did not do that in the beginning. I had a lot of people sign up at the end of the month. Like their subscriptions are all on the 28th and I'm stressed out when it comes to the end of the month and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, are all these subscriptions going to go through? What's going to happen?" And I told myself in September like this is not going to be what keeps me from reaching my goal. Like I'm not going to wait till the end of the month to see all these subscriptions go out and then start being like, "Okay, here's what I need to do." So I hit, like head first on September 1st. I was like, "This is what I'm going to do." And I did not let what happened in like August follow into September. I got up and I was like, this is how we're going to go about it. I'm going to treat today like it is the end of the month. And I did not hit my big goal last month. I hit my small goal. I like to make small goals and big goals. I know everybody's different, but my small goal, I hit it but I did not hit my big goal. Okay. Am I going to let that stop me from going for that big goal in October? No. How do we not let that stop us? Okay. So, I had to really learn that the hard way whenever I was going from senior gold to ruby. And realizing like I can't, it's not failing. You're not failing when you don't hit your goal. That's not failure. Failure is when you wake up on October 1st and you say, I'm not going for that goal today because I didn't reach it last month. That is when you experience failure, is when you give up on that goal. And it's not just remaining resilient, like, oh, I'm going to hit this goal. It's not hoping that you're going to get there. It's saying, I'm doing that this month. This is what's happening. And if I don't hit it, guess what? I'm going to go even harder the next month. Like what can I change this month different that didn't work for me last month? Like it's continuing to realize all those things and getting up every morning and being excited to work your business, excited, having that energy with your team, keeping the momentum going and saying like this is happening. And if it doesn't happen, that's okay. It's totally fine. And how do we get ourselves up the next month and say I'm going to do it this month and not get set back from what happened the month before. I have to really like commit myself like on the 30th, like on September 30th, when I did not hit emerald. That was my goal. I knew that was a far stretch from the beginning, but I told myself like this is my goal this month and I'm going for it. If I don't hit it, guess what? I will hit it next month. And I have to keep telling myself it doesn't matter how long it takes me. That is my goal. And I had to tell myself on September 30th, like, okay, emerald's probably not going to happen. What can I do on October 1st to change that? Like, what can I do? And I need to bring that energy on October 1st, the same energy that I have on September 30th for my team. And yeah, just figure out what that is for you. Like, how do you need to remind yourself of that? How do you need to say, I'm going to do that this month, and get yourself out of that rut, whatever it is, and go for it? Because you cannot let one bad month reflect the next 12 months. Okay. If I were to say, okay, I didn't hit emerald, I'm just going to give up. I'm just not going to do it. Do you think that's going to help me? Like I'm going to take a month off. Okay. Let's say I'm going to take a month off. What do you think that's going to do for my business? Do you think that the next month I'm going to be able to hit emerald if I just say I'm tired, I'm going to give up, a month off. Do you think that I'm going to hit that in November? No. Heck no, you're not. Because you have to show up. You have to show up for your team. You have to show up for yourself. And whatever that, I know everybody does that differently. How I show up for my team is in the mornings. I'm like this morning, I did not have high energy. Okay. I'm on day 2 of my reset. I woke up this morning with a headache because did my reset yesterday, and I woke up this morning, I was tired. I was like, I'm tired this morning. Okay. But I sat there in my bed and I was like, I'm tired, but I'm still going to tackle this day. I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. I'm going to show up for my team. I'm going to message people. I'm going to do power 30 today, and whatever I need to do to get myself out of that rut, I'm going to do it. So I sat up this morning and I prayed about it. That is what gets me there. I prayed about it and I said, you know what? Here's how today is going to go. And I I know this sounds crazy, but it was like my headache went away because I was stressing over things. I was second guessing myself. And that's what was causing the headache. It was not because I did a reset. It was because I was doubting myself. And I know that I am worthy of what is coming my way. And I am telling y'all, each of you have to believe that in yourself. You have to believe that that you are worth it, because you are. And I know that y'all can do this. Whatever your goal is, small, big, I don't think there's any such thing as a small goal. I think that's just what I tell myself, so that whenever I do reach that, I'm like, okay, listen, I did this. So no matter what your goal is this month, if it's going silver, if it's going senior gold, if it's going gold, whatever it is, like, those are big goals, and you should be proud of yourself for reaching for those, and remain resilient in it, guys. Whatever you have to do to wake up in the morning and say, I'm doing this. This is my month. I'm doing this. And if you don't hit it, that's fine. That's not failure. Failure is when you wake up the next month and you're like, I'm not doing this anymore. That's when you fail. As long as you keep getting yourself up, dusting yourself off, and going for that, you are not failing. So I wanted to ask Tasha to get on this morning. Tasha Scott is my brand new Senior Ruby ambassador. And just like myself, she has experienced what it feels like to not meet your goals and have to remain resilient in like staying on track with it, keeping the momentum going. And she has done that. And so I wanted to ask her to kind of talk about what her journey looked like going from Ruby to Senior Ruby. Yeah, go ahead, Tasha.
Hey guys, good morning. So, oh goodness, sorry, somebody is giving me a call. Hey Ashley, will you message Tabo and tell her I'll call her back, please? Thank you. Anyways, so she's trying to call me again. I'm so sorry, everyone. So whenever me and Ashley were talking about me doing this, I feel like we live in an instant gratification world. Like, our kids are growing up and they are getting participation ribbons. And that is the absolute, like, I've kind of adapted to this instant gratification. Like, if I start a diet today, I want to see 30 pounds gone tomorrow. And I've had to pivot my mindset so much because when I set a goal, I am my worst critic. I'm so competitive with myself. um, so I trained myself to set smaller goals and make them my big goals until I reach those. So for example, in March, I hit senior gold. I gave myself April to prepare for Ruby. I wanted Ruby in May. I made that goal. And so then I said, well, I want June to prepare for July, which would have been Fast Start Senior Ruby for me. I had a moment in July where I was pretty discouraged. Like, I won't lie. Like, the last few days, I was like, okay, it's not going to happen. I'm just not going to try. Like, Ashley called me and she was like, how are you feeling? It's like she could just pick up on it. And I was feeling terrible. So instead of letting that stop me, because I would have, um, I just sat down and I thought, what could I do differently in my business? Guys, let me tell you, the one thing, like it's one thing that I have changed drastically, and it is connecting my VIPs to the community. Like that has been so huge for me. I told Ashley this morning, I'm going to tattoo it across my forehead so everyone sees it. Like that is one thing that I am preaching to everyone. Get them connected. Yes, it is so, so important. Ashley's probably annoyed with all the group chats I'm sitting. No, I know she's not, because she preached that in the first of it. And so I've been in sales before and I knew how to talk about the products. I knew how to talk to people. So I didn't think it was like, why do I want to make myself look like I don't know what I'm talking about? It's how I made it, I convinced myself that's what it's going to look like. And that's not it at all. Um, Getting connected with the community, they are more consistent with their products. They see what the company can do for them. And that's how you get people to join you and share about the products and do shout outs. You ask for these shout out posts. You're not asking them to shout out that they want to do the business. You're asking them to shout out so you can expand your business. And that is literally the things that I've changed. Um, Whenever I don't hit a goal, I just hit senior Ruby. So it took me 4 months to go from a Ruby to senior. And I could have stopped. Like third time's the charm. I said that in August. I was like, third time's the charm. This is going to be it. And it didn't happen. And instead, I was like, you know what? No, failure is not an option. I am not going to fail. I have my sights set on diamond. And in order to get to diamond, I have to hit senior ruby. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do whatever it takes, however long it takes. Every single month that I didn't hit my goal made me more competitive for my goal. Instead of letting it get you down, put on your gloves and fight. Fight for what you want. Listen to me. I feel like I'm preaching or something. Lord, girls. Like, and I just seen everybody laughing like I could hear it. So, like, you know, I know, Ashley, I know. I That's all I can say for you guys. If you want it, you have to want it. I can't want it for you. You have to want it. And when you want it, you will make it happen. I think that's all. I think that's all I've got, Ashley. You can have it back now.
Right. Yeah, great. So Tasha wants to say, "Oh, it took me 4 months to get to senior Ruby." Coming from the girl that literally triple ranked when she started. I mean, so but that was that was her, like that was failure to her, and I had not only I have to tell myself that, but like remind our team, like even if you hit silver in a month, like that's amazing. Some people hit silver in 2 days. Some people hit, like it's still a huge deal. It's not failure. One thing that I can say here that I've had to teach myself is stop comparing your business to other people's business. Okay. Like, don't, everybody does their business a different way. And the great thing about this community and like connecting them to this community is I can take, oh, what Rachel has done in her business is like, I love that. I'm going to take that too. What Nicole has done to, I'm going to teach those people how to go gold the way that Nicole, how Nicole worked her business. And that's what's so great about this is we can all come together and teach each other different ways to be successful with this. Like it's not just on us, and us like being able to like me call Tasha, like I noticed that because I've seen that myself. I've done that to myself. I'm like, I know how you're feeling. Get out of that. Stop. But I also am having to tell myself that too. And so like be in connection with your team. Like connect with those people personally. Have I'm one person that I love the group chats that we're all in here and I love the inspiration we get, but I like to have a personal message and I'm like, hey girl, how are you doing today? Because people like Tasha probably would not have opened up to me like that if I said that in a group chat. So I like to personally like call people, personally message them and say, hey, how are you doing? What are you feeling? How can we change that? So check in on your just as much as you're checking in on yourself, like your team needs that too. And that's how you become a strong leader. I'm not saying that I'm the strongest leader, but it's something that I've learned along the way, because I've had people that I don't want to have those hard conversations with that have fallen off, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that was because of me, because I didn't want to have. I was walking around on eggshells, and I was like, what if Megan and Phil would have walked around on eggshells with me in the beginning, I would not be sitting here with y'all right now. Like I would have not done the hard things. I would have not worked through those, and I would have not remained resilient in all this because they set me up with success. So we want to set our team up with the same thing that we were given. And yeah, that's all I have for y'all today. I'm gonna I'm gonna end it with that because I think that's a good way to end it is just check in on yourself, check in on your team, treat every single day of the month like it is the last day of the month. Okay. That is my goal this month. I didn't want to show up this morning like it was the end of the month, but I did. I got myself out of that. I got rid of this headache that I had that I was gonna eventually hold me back today. Like I come to Megan's on Monday. I mean on look, listen, on Wednesdays, I come to Megan on Wednesdays and I woke up this morning and I was like, you know what? I'm tired. I don't feel like going anywhere. I don't feel like doing that. And I stopped. I prayed to myself. I was like, listen, you're getting out of this bed. You're not going to come home and lounge around on the couch. You're going to get up. You're going to work your business. You're going to go to Megan's. You're going to do Power 30 and it's going to be a great day. Okay. So say that to yourself every morning if that's what you need, whatever you need to do to get out of that rut. Treat every day like it's the end of the month, guys. And I hope that all of y'all like enjoyed this because I am nervous wreck about doing this today. So I hope that all of y'all got something good out of this, and I am
You
rooting for
killed it,
all of y'all.
Ashley. Killed it.
I'm rooting for
Tasha,
all
so
of
good.
y'all. Y'all, I hope y'all all reach your goals and yeah, have a great Wednesday. Bye, guys.